Children, I found another exciting book to show you on space. It's absolutely beautiful with lovely colours. I hope you're doing some colourful art at home too, so that you can show us all at the end of the week. Let's turn the page. Here we have our planet. This is our home in space. This is planet Earth, which is also known as the blue planet. Why is it so blue? Well, because it has so much sea and water all over it. The green and brown part is the land. Here you can see the outline of Africa, and at the bottom of Africa is South Africa and Cape Town. We live just over there on this enormous big planet called Earth. There's swirls of white over it, and that is clouds and snow and ice. And of course the soil, the brown, is made up of chunks of rock for mountains and soil where things can grow. This is the only living planet in the solar system. People, plants and animals can live on Earth because it's not too hot and not too cold. It also has plenty of water to drink and plenty of air to breathe. If we want to live, we need air and we need water. This is our moon. Now, if the moon is this big, then our Earth is this big. It's 4 times bigger than the moon, and it's Earth's neighbour. It's the closest one to us, and it's the largest object in our sky. But the moon is much smaller than a star. It looks bigger just because it is closer to us. Here we have the phases of the moon, and this is what we said you should have a look at and see them change. The new moon is perfectly round, but you can't see it because we can only see one side of the moon at a time. This is a crescent moon, then we have a half moon, a full moon, the other half moon, and the other crescent moon. The moon gets smaller to bigger, then bigger to smaller, and there is the new moon again. This takes 1 month to change. That's called the phases of the moon, and it does an orbit. The moon has no air, no water, no living things. Its surface is covered in dust and holes of craters. The craters were made from chunks of rock called meteoroids that crashed into the moon. Nothing lives on the moon. This is our sun, our beautiful shining star that shares space with billions and billions of other stars. It's so big that more than 1 million Earths could fit inside it. Earth is tiny compared to the sun, but the sun is no bigger than most stars. It just looks bigger and brighter because it's closer to Earth than other stars. Of course, it's a giant ball of hot glowing gas. Here's a solar flare that's coming off, and the heat and light that gives plants and animals what we need to live and grow. Without the sun, there's no life on Earth. So we need to say thank you every day for our sun. When the sun rises in the morning, it rises in the east, and it looks like it's moving, but actually Earth is moving, not the sun. Earth turns around and around and takes 1 day to turn all the way around. When our Earth faces the sun, we have a day, and when we turn away from the sun, we have a night. Here is our day, and there is our night. This is our solar system. It's the sun's whole family, and everything in our solar system travels around it. This is what we were learning about. The Earth is one of 9 planets that go around the sun, and every time the planet goes right around the sun, it takes a whole year. This Earth turns around on its own axis in 1 day. Here's the Earth's moon. This is planet Mars. This is Venus. The one closest to the sun is Mercury. Of course, the sun. These are the asteroids, which are flying dust and rocks and gases. This enormous planet is planet Jupiter, with its eye in the middle, just of gas and poisonous clouds. Here we have Saturn with the hula hoop, the ring around it. Saturn and Jupiter have many moons, and Neptune. Neptune is the furthest planet. Then we have Uranus and Pluto. Pluto isn't even a proper planet. They call it a dwarf planet. It's the smallest planet in our solar system. Dwarf means tiny, tiny, tiny. These are the stars in the sky. Some people think they look like pictures. This is called Orion's belt, 3 stars together. 1, 2, 3. Then we are part of the Milky Way galaxy. Our whole solar system from this page fits into a tiny portion of the enormous big Milky Way galaxy. There are many galaxies made up of billions of stars, and maybe one day when you're big, we'll discover them some more.